Chapell Roan is back with a brand new single called The Giver. Chapell Roan is just one of those people who has come out of nowhere and just shot into the stratosphere, but she seems pretty cool, like a quite deserving person. Every time I've sort of heard quotes from her talking about the industry and her fame and things like that, I've always quite liked her attitude. But yeah, I didn't seek out her music for quite a long time, not because I didn't think it was good, I just thought it was probably not for me. But I don't know, maybe like a year ago, a bit less, I had a friend introduce us to, at a festival actually, me and my girlfriend. She's like, have you heard of this Chapell Roan person? She's amazing, she's got these great costumes and this amazing voice. She sort of like tried a really long time to get into the music industry, kind of gave up and then fluked her way back into it, which is kind of a Cinderella story to some degree. My girlfriend sort of listened and started listening to Chapell Roan more and more and more, and of course, it's kind of bled into my life too, and I don't know what it was. At some point, I just said, screw it, I do really like this song. Oh, I know what it was. It was listening to Franz Ferdinand's cover of Good Luck Babe. I know it seems silly that I got into her by listening to somebody else play her music, but I think I was probably more willing to give it a go because it's Franz Ferdinand, it's a band I already know, it's, you know, they exist in genres I operate in more often, and my girlfriend was like, oh cool, it's an in to maybe see if you can listen to Chapell Roan, and their cover is absolutely amazing. I shall play a small clip of it now.
Make a new excuse, another stupid reason. Good luck, babe. Well, good luck, babe. You have to stop the world just to stop the feeling.
But of course, in the case of any good cover, if it's a good cover, that usually means that the fundamental the fundamental songwriting of that song is usually really, really good. So, of course, inevitably, I started listening to that song again and again, the Chapell Roan version, Good Luck Babe. And now I am obsessed with that song. I know most of the words. It's a very, very, very good song, which has, of course, made my girlfriend very happy. I'll admit, I know some of the other ones like Pink Pony Club and Hot to Go. I am aware of them. I like them. They don't grab me the same way the Good Luck Babe does. I can't tell you exactly. It's this kind of like muted retro pop with this just amazing voice attached to it that just, I don't know, got under my skin. So I thought, let's have a look at The Giver and see whether or not this is another Chapell Roan song that's going to get stuck under my skin. So, without any further waffle from me, it's only got a lyric video, but I've been assured it's like more than just a standard lyric video. She did also do a live version of it on SNL, which I might also check out. We'll see how we feel.
2, 3.
Okay. I was not expecting to hear a banjo or a violin. That's awesome. I very much enjoy the immediate like change in genre, maybe. I'm assuming it's going to end up popular by the end, but interesting choice to open it up like that. I see, yes.
Ain't got antlers on my walls, but I sure don't mating calls from the stars and the bars on a Friday night.
Wow, her voice suits a country song really well. I guess you could have probably guessed that based on the inflections I've heard in previous songs and all that, but her voice absolutely feels very at home singing this genre, and the gimmick of the video is pretty cool. I get it that there's all these different personas of her, right? She's a giver, and there's all these different things, and they're sort of representing some of her bigger singles, maybe? I'm not sure. Probably a good excuse for questions.
But I can close my eyes and have you wrapped around my fingers like that. So baby, when you need the job done, you can call me baby.
Right, if this is the chorus or the pre-chorus, I can't quite tell, but the way I thought it might go this way, the way she's managed to sort of intertwine the countryness with the poppiness is some sort of genius, I think. This is crazy. It really does. It sounds like a kind of old 80s pop, you know, kind of like almost Madonna inspired, which is a vibe I like. But it's still got, I like forgot about the country instruments for a second. Also, some of those little vocal trills that she puts into a lot of her music, that the ones that are very, sort of, they always make me think of Dolores from the Cranberries. Sometimes I can have too much of them, but I really think they work very well in this particular context. It works very nicely with that kind of country vibe, which is, it's really cool. It's fun seeing her vocal style adapt to different sub-variations of pop and sub-genres, and it just seems to work because she's just an extremely good singer.
'Cause you ain't gotta tell me, it's just in my nature, so take it like a taker. So baby, I'm a Ain't no need to hurry, 'cause baby, I deliver. Ain't no country boy quitter. I get the job done. I get the job done.
Again, it's quite an anthemic chorus. It does feel like something I'm going to be able to scream along with her live if I was to ever be lucky enough to see her. It's got this kind of like elating kind of girl pop positivity to it, despite if sort of lyrically feeling, again, I mean, unsurprisingly for her, a little bit, I don't know, salty? Is that the right way of putting it? You know, she's sort of like talking a lot about frustrations she has in her dating life, right? It's sort of the feeling I'm getting that she's being taken advantage of. She's the giver. She's got all these different personalities that she constantly like kind of swaps between to try and please various partners of hers. It's so, you know, it's got this kind of like weird contrast to being quite like kind of, yeah, girl pop. And also that mixed in with this like bizarre country twist, which is something I never would have expected.
Girl, I don't need no lifted truck. Revving loud to pick you up. 'Cause how I look is how I touch.
Ooh. Did you hear that bass fill there? The bass is like kind of unsung hero here, but a lot of the rest of the instrumentation is extremely treble heavy. There's like quite a high pitched sort of banjo plucking away, and there's some synths. The bass is really holding down the sort of like deeper registers, and there's quite a lot of the rhythm because the drums are also quite sparing. But just that nice little the little bass fill there. Chef's kiss is like perfectly timed. Also, this, I'm going to call it a music video because it is a music video as far as I'm concerned. If a music video's got lyrics on it, it can still be a music video. But anyway, it looks like it was a lot of fun to film, you know?
And in this strip mall town of dreams, good luck finding a man who has to meet to rhinestone cowgirl all night long. So baby, if you never had one, call me baby, yeah. 'Cause you ain't gotta tell me, it's just in my nature, so take it like a taker. 'Cause baby, I'm a giver.
I quite like the staccato nature of it too. I can't quite figure out why it doesn't feel that way. But if you actually listen to the bass is going in quite distinct da 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 dum miss. You know, and a lot of her vocals are also filling that same kind of rhythmic role. I think it must just be the violin and a bit of the plucky banjo underneath it that's like keeping it so maintained that it doesn't feel staccato, but it definitely operates in these kind of like block sections. And again, it's quite appealing. It gives it this kind of like perpetual kind of moving on feeling to it, which actually is again quite typical of country as a genre.
Ain't no country boy quitter. I get the job done. I get the job done.
Some nice harmonies going on there too. That's interesting. I think I can hear a male voice singing the lower harmony on this. I'm sure we'll get further along with this, but I always say non-verbal singing along parts where you just got some nonsense lyrics or whatever it is, if it's catchy, it's such a good move if you want people to sing along with your song. I will be able to sing along to at least a part of this song after my first listen through, and that is clever. It's good songwriting.
She gets the job done.
Okay.
She gets the job done.
Okay, those male backing vocals too, she gets the job done. Again, it really does like double down on the country aesthetic, but it's also doing quite a good job of building up that anticipation. Like, I'm waiting for that chorus to come out again, and you know the chorus is going to be an explosion of sound. She's going to jump up an octave with what she's singing at the moment. The violin and stuff like that is all going to come soaring out, but right now it just goes almost style male vocal underneath it. It's clever. I really like it.
It's just in my nature, so take it like a taker.
That bass slide entry in the last bit was amazing. That, again, she's good at defying your expectations. Sets you up like I'm expecting it to just, you get the one drop out, dun dun, bah, but nope, you get a second one with a sweet little bass slide in there just to really, really get you on the edge before you get that final explosive chorus. It's very, very impressive.
Baby,
her voice is just amazing, isn't it? It's just, when she hits those high notes, they're so powerful, but they don't have like any vocal fry on them at all. She hits them so goddamn clean.
I get the job done. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I do.
Man.
You're welcome.
That was great. That was really, really enjoyable. I liked pretty much every part of that, to be honest. I was so not expecting it to sound the way it did. Her vocal performance, again, was great. The little vocal flicks in there were used tastefully. The sort of structure, the song structure was like, kind of like, I don't know, it followed enough of a formula that you can kind of feel like it had this coming home feeling. You know, it kind of went where you're expecting it to some degree, but then the actual execution of all of the sections were very clever. The little na-na-na section, the male vocal coming underneath it, the couple of dropouts, that bass was a hero the whole way through. It's just great. It's just a great pop song. I am going to watch the live version because I'm just kind of curious to see the instrumentation, how many like live musicians she has, and also I think she's probably just got quite a good persona. So I'll have a quick skip through of the live one.
Once again,
John Mulaney. Nice. The dance is great. And those nails are absolutely insane.
Wrapped around my fingers like that. So baby, when
Also, I'm quite impressed the way she's managed to combine her sort of, I don't know, Mary Queen of Scots style aesthetic with the country stuff. That is a outrageous cowboy costume, really, but it's well executed. The aesthetic is great. I love how like into it all of the backing vocalists and the band members are. I like it as an all-female band. There's just that one bloke there with the backing vocals to get in the bridge, I guess.
ain't no country boy quitter, I get the job done.
Man, if those backing vocals are live, which it looks like they are, they were so tight. God damn, I'm impressed.
I get the job done.
I love the dance. It's so good. It reminds me a little bit of Little Big, I'm not gonna lie.
Girl, I don't need no pickup truck. Revving loud to pick you up. 'Cause how I love is how
I just can't get over how well executed those backing vocals are live. They are like perfectly mixed. The tones that the other singers are hitting are just like sublime. God damn. This is very, very well executed.
Ain't no need to hurry, 'cause baby, I deliver.
Yeah, as I thought, that chorus is already starting to really get into my head. It's got this really anthemic, just wow factor to it. Oh, that bass.
She gets the job done.
All you country boys saying you know how to treat a woman right. Well, only a woman knows how to treat a woman right. She gets the job done.
I mean, I'm in no doubt that Chapell Roan knows her way around a vagina. I'll give her that.
You ain't gotta tell me, it's just in my nature.
Nice.
To take it like a taker.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm a giver.
I knew I was going to end up loving that little stop-start bit for that last chorus there. I can see myself smacking the steering wheel while I'm singing along to this in the car. I mean, this is nice seeing her do those performances and those lines live. Because there are some crazy high notes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I do. You're welcome.
Flips into the southern drawl accent for the last bit. Yeah, that was great. That was a fantastic live performance. I didn't really expect it to be anything other than that. But, you know, when it's there, it's quite satisfying to see just how well executed it was. Those backing vocals live were so tight. Bassist was great. I mean, the bloke there just standing there ready for his gotta get the job done was quite entertaining. She's a great character. I really am beginning to quite like Chapell Roan. And also I like it when she weighs in on stuff in the music industry. I seem to remember her saying, like, fans getting kind of like weirdly obsessed with her was like, not cool, please stop doing that, which is, you know, something that needs to be said. So, yeah, no, that was awesome. The song is great. Her voice is fantastic. The instrumentation is very well executed. The songwriting itself, the structure, whilst not particularly like blowing everything out of the water, like it is basically verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. But the variations in between them, the vocal performances, the sort of like slight, just little musical tweaks to get that stuff and just elevates it. I don't know. It's very impressive. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? I'm sure this is going to be overwhelmingly received with a positive light. I think this actually might be my second favourite Chapell Roan song after Good Luck Babe, which is not saying much because I'm not particularly well versed. So any of you in the comment section who've got some other songs of hers you'd like to recommend me, I'm all ears. I'm quite into this new arc of me being quite into girl pop. Say thanks to Lady Gaga and Chapell Roan for me, I guess. But yeah, anyway, other than that, thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that crazy stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.